Start talking to John Murray, General John Murray, the guy who attacked me in the American Legion. Called me Mexican. He's like, I want to attack you. Tell me about yourself. All right, dude. Seriously? You attacked me. I got robbed. You were racist directly in my face, and then you tried to grab me. After I paid money to go see my friends at their show. And I start talking to him by text. And then suddenly, right as I stop, a cop car pulls up and rolls slowly in. And then when they turn, they didn't turn onto the street. They turned into the parking lot area, like a dirt lot on the corner that I kind of have to walk through to get to my van. I'm feeling the setup again. This is the same people that set me up like 3 times at the Renaissance Fair. They tried to get me to do drugs. They tried to get me to... They surrounded me by people that were telling nigger jokes. Like 5 people. In the dark. In the middle of nowhere. I'm the only brown person. That was my Renaissance Fair experience. Part of it. Before that, I helped set up. And I got invited into Shane's vehicle. Shane. I think his girlfriend died like last year or the year before. So he's going through a lot. So I tried to help him out by just being present and being like, how you doing? You know what? He tried to kill me. Not directly. He tried to create a pretext of upsetness that would allow him to have an excuse to stab me with a huge knife that he happened to have in his hand. I noticed. So at that point, I said, you know what? I don't want to upset you, sir. How's about I'm going to go sleep in my car instead of in this warm place you offered me to sleep in. At 11 o'clock at night is freezing. No, I slept sitting in the driver's seat of my fucking car so that I could help these people build this fair where they basically called me a nigger 75 times in joke form. And then threatened me with maybe you're going to get murdered. And then I went and hung out with some locals that were connected, but not I don't know who knows who. Stayed a few days in Albuquerque. The young man who's, one of the young men who lived there was in a band. And I really liked their music. So I said, you know what? I respect that you're doing music. I think you're great musicians. I'd love to come and support you guys. When's your next gig? I'd been to one other one. I go to that gig. Dance to one song. Go outside. And I talk to the person at the door. I said, I'm going outside. I'm just going to go smoke a cigarette. They're like, oh, you can smoke in here. There's a patio. So, we prefer you smoke on the patio so you're not going in and out. And I said, that makes sense. Yeah, I'll just go get my tobacco and I'll be right back. So I go get my tobacco to my car. I leave my pouch on the bar. The pouch had my sacred items, sage, palo santo, and Nordic runes that were gifted to me by someone at the fair that I helped out, that I basically cleaned up a bunch of shit for. I took care of his friend that was a good friend of his, a girl that she had trouble leaving the house, moving, doing anything. So when he wasn't around, I took care of her. And he had one leg. He was missing half a leg. So that's why I drove an hour to go help him. Hour and a half. Belen from Santa Fe. I didn't have any extra money. I wasn't rich. But he said he'd pay me a little bit. You know, he'd be like, I can compensate you to do some work. I said, I got you, man. You need the help. I'll help you either way. But yeah, please compensate me. He stiffed me for $50. I only charged. I was like, what can you afford? So I can afford this. I'm like, all right. And then he stiffed me. Like he paid me like $40 for 2 weeks of work. He's like, I can't afford to pay you the other 40 I promised. But I can't afford to use that money for other shit. I was like, oh, I see how this goes. He's like, I could have gotten a crackhead to come do this work. I'm like, no, really, you couldn't have. But okay. I've helped you. You're obviously doing better than me now. I need the help. So you can't help me in return. I guess I'm going to have to move on. Then I went and volunteered. And Bam Margera was doing in honor of his partnership with his wife. They're doing a horror movie. It was super fun. It was volunteer. And I was like, I'm close enough. It's like another 20 minutes. You know what? I love film. I'll just go help out. They couldn't even give me a place to sleep. Like, I couldn't sleep on someone's floor. All the people are in their motels. Like, I just was on set with these people. I just came out here. I have nothing. I'm doing this for free. They couldn't even offer me a place to sleep on a floor. So again, I slept in my car, sitting, watching them party and go back and forth and smoke weed and chill and have a great time. So I said, okay, I love helping out and being a part of this. And I'm going to need at the very least a place to sleep that's safe and not my car. I have a sleeping bag. Nothing. I'm like, okay, fine. At least I got to help out. You know, another one bites the dust. And I drove back. Now, when I went to see my friends at their show, they said, we're having this show over at Legion 149, American Legion. Oh, my grandfather. He's played those my whole life. Legions and Oddfellas. And he's a veteran. And he was a musician, a professional musician. So he's playing gigs. All the lodges, everywhere, ships, cruise ships, like that was his deal. So I saw that as his home. Like these are his people, the veteran people. So I come out, I get my tobacco, I go back in, say hi to the person at the door. They're like, oh, hey. As soon as I walk in to the patio to go smoke a cigarette, John Murray and some Spanish dick kid who's like a manager or some bullshit. Basically, they're like, excuse me. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. What are you doing here? I'm like, excuse me? Like, I'm here to see my friends. You must be mistaken. They're like, no, you're from the Mexican wedding next door. You need to go back to the Mexican wedding next door. I'm confused. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, why are you, wait, what? And the guy says, I'm not telling you again. And he lunged at me and tried to grab me and physically, like, throw me out. I'm fucking freaked. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on here? Like, who are you? Yeah, I didn't have time to really think. So, I mean, I moved out of the way when he lunged at me. And he fucking fell and hit the floor. And at that point, I could have fucked him up. It crossed my mind. How dare you try and put hands on me like that? And this is not my neighborhood. Like, I'm in your house. I'll get murdered if I defend myself here. And then I'll get arrested, then murdered, or I'll get murdered, then arrested. You know what? I need to get the fuck out of here. There's a confusion, but they're not listening to reason. They're not going to listen to me speak. They're not going to allow me any, leeway. So I was like, fuck that. And the Spanish kid's by the door for me to leave and kind of blocking. I'm like trapped on a patio with a dude who just lunged at me that's like a veteran. And he's racist. And he's made it clear that he thinks like I'm somebody I'm not. And that he's going to attack me and throw me out and fuck with me if I... So at that point, I mean, I just kind of, I backed off. I'm like, no, jump the fence. I need to get the fuck out of here. I flipped that fence 2.5 seconds flat. I'm on the other side of the fence. I pull out my camera. I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? And I filmed the rest of that. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. And then I posted it on that Legion's site on Facebook. And then I contacted the people who invited me to the fucking show. And they were like, oh, yeah, we don't know. We can't help you, dude. Oh, I don't know. We looked. We tried to. No, sorry, it's done. Just give it up. I'm like, my pouch is in there on the table. They're like, I don't see no pouch. Did you ask the bar? No. Here's an empty pouch. Is this your pouch? Well, that's the same type of pouch. But why is it empty? I don't know. Here, I found it in some plants. That was my friend that I went to support. That you know what I mean? I'm like, wow, you're a good friend. He's like, yeah, sorry, nothing I can do for you. Anyways, I gotta... He never talked to me again. What was in that pouch was probably, $10, not so much money. Some trinkets and baubles of valuable things that for me were very special. And then there was Palo Santo, which is a sacred cleansing wood. And sage, also a sacred cleansing teacher. And Nordic runes that I was gifted by the guy I helped out that cheated me for $40 after I gave him a discount. I didn't even give him a discount. I was like, just whatever you could pay me. And then they fucked me around. And I'm like, okay, never mind. You obviously are having trouble. I'm not a priority. You're not going to save money for me. You're not going to give me shit. I'll just leave. And that was after being disrespected by the person whose fucking walls I just put in the drywall for like, what, $40. It's like, really? Wow. Okay, you're welcome. He's like, I'm disrespected because you came into my room, which he'd allowed me to go into the place to fix it. He allowed me to go in there, take care of his fucking dog, and clean up. But then when it came to me going in there to get my backpack to leave, he used that as a pretext to fucking insult me and be like, oh, fuck you. You're in the wrong. So I don't have to pay you. It's like, oh my God. You dipshit. You fucking dipshit. This dude fucking crying at 3 a.m. Help me. I fell over. I got dialysis. I'm like, okay. I got up, came out, got out of bed, walk around the whole fucking building, go to lift him up. I've fallen and I can't get up. Save this motherfucker's life. And he had the fucking nuts to disrespect me after he cheated me for what I deserved in terms of pay anyway. And he didn't take a shit on me afterwards? Oh my, what a fucking asshole. I was so offended. I was like, fuck you guys. I don't know why I help people at all, ever. After this shit, I may not ever fucking again. I can't believe this. This has been me getting hit in the face, going helping people for free. Same thing my fucking dad did. I helped take care of my grandma. She dies. He fucking evicted me. Made up bullshit reasons. Never asked me how I was. Made me homeless. Made conditions. You can come back if you la la la. No, are you fucking kidding me? And that was for like 4 years back and forth until the city backed up my father on false charges. He suggested I owed him money after he didn't pay me for my hospice fucking work that almost killed me. It was so stressful. I got no help. 24/7 fucking hospice care for 2.5 years for a woman. I had to go every 3 hours at night and turn her over in a bed or she got sores. I had to clip her toenails. I had to give her a fucking sponge bath every time she fucking peed for 2 years. It almost killed me. I literally went to the hospital, got a $7,000 bill. My dad was like nowhere to be seen. Didn't even notice. So after all that shit, then I went and helped these people and they did the same shit to me. Then I went and helped like my friend and his dad, who I also saved his life, decided he feels uncomfortable with me around because he's confused because he's dying and he's trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. He knows he's about to die. I'm like, I'm here to help you with that process. He's like, no. You can't help me. I know everything. I'm like, you've done hospice before? No, but I'm white, I'm rich, and I'm powerful. I'm like, that's going to make it harder for you, bro. But okay, you got this? Fine. I don't need to. Fuck me. Why am I even? You know, I cleaned your house. I cooked you food. I cleaned up your garage, organized everything 3 or 4 times. Moved tons of shit into the back. As soon as all that was done, they made it super uncomfortable for me. So I ended up not even staying in the house. They had an extra room. But I was like, I don't want to make it uncomfortable. I'll stay in my RV and just in the driveway. No, that's not good enough. We need to get rid of that guy. Only family. Because he keeps saying shit like, I love my family. I'll do anything for my family. And then you look at me. You're not my family. That kind of shit. I'm like, oh my God. Is this racism? I don't know. Maybe it's classism. But it's fucking uncomfortable. I'm helping this person. And they're like trying to demoralize, demean, fucking manipulate and trick me around and push me around. So at that, I was like, you know what? You're not even paying me. I should get paid for this. And you're shitting on me Like I'm a valueless piece of crap. After all I did for you, I don't even know you. I'm doing this because your son is my friend. And then the son, he got caught between us and was like, well, sorry, it's my dad. Fuck you. It's between you and my dad. I get it. He doesn't want to make it awkward. He couldn't stand up to him. So he sold me out too. Because he was having problems. And he didn't want to admit to them and face up and do the right thing. So I went and told his parents, this is what's going on with him. He's under stress and this is causing him to do these things and be in these situations. It's not healthy. It's really a big deal. You guys need to address this with the rest of the family. And he was like, because you did that, now I'm going to turn my dad against you and get you kicked out. And he did. He's still around. Always offers to help, but never does. Every time I need help, I'm like, yo, so consideration, it's cold. Could I just sleep in that back room? No, my dad he's just, I'm going to blame my dad. No, my car broke down. Yeah, sucks to be you. But I love you, man. I love you. Okay, so what does this love consist of? In real terms, because I'm homeless. It's cold in winter. It just snowed. My car broke down. My other car is about to be towed away. There's a cop waiting for me half a block away around a corner. These motherfuckers might be towing my van right now while I'm sitting here making a video talking about what the fuck. Or waiting to entrap me. I walk by, they're like, excuse me. Are you the guy that lives staying in that van there? Because that's illegal. We're going to have to arrest you. We're going to have to harass you. Who are you? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Apparently nobody. Nobody special. So, just to preface, I want to make sure I get this real clear. I'm about to be harassed and attacked by the city now or tomorrow. And they're going to try and set me up. They're going to try and piss me off. They're going to try and entrap me. They're going to try and steal my van and, just trash my house like it's my van. Why you get to take my van away? Someone didn't like how it looked. They complained. Neighborhood watch kind of shit. They didn't like how my van looked because someone came and broke. The only reason I'm here is because someone here broke into my van. So I had to come back here to fix it. With no money, I'm homeless. I was in Arizona homeless in front of a fucking homeless shelter for 2 months. I come back here after having all that shit happen and being like, I'm out. Getting to Arizona, ran out of money, ran out of food stamps, ran out of support, had nothing. Gas. Gone. I started from fucking nothing. Got my shit together enough that I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to, I think I got this. I get the call. Someone broke into your van. You need to figure it out. I get here. They're like, actually, someone broke into your van 3 weeks ago or a month or maybe 2. How the fuck? Nobody mentioned it till now? No. No, sorry about that. Sorry, not sorry. So I started trying to fix the van. Immediately, someone complained and was about something. And my cousin got ticket warnings. If you don't get rid of that trashy van, we can tow it. and give you a fucking fine because it exists. Someone didn't like how it looked. Of course, at this point, now I'm living in the van, trying to fix it, having no auto mechanic skills whatsoever. I had to buy the book online and go buy parts and for all these different fixes I had to do. And then finally I was like, oh my God, I don't have time to do any of the fixes. They gave me 8 days. And they're like, you have 8 days to move it. I'm like, 8 days? The fuck? Isn't there usually this is out of nowhere? Like, it's been here for 2 months and now I have 8 days now that I'm fixing it? I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I've got my Mercedes. It's at my house. I need to get rid of that anyway. I can just have it be scrapped and make, $300, and that'll help me buy the parts and I'll be fine. I go check on it. Looks fine. It's good. It's there. Okay, I got to make enough money. So I go work for a couple days to make enough money because it needed a battery. Bought the battery. Bring the battery back. And on my fucking family property, my ancestral inheritance property, someone stole my fucking car and sold it or got it towed. And when I reported it, the police were like, sorry, I don't know, do you have a title? I'm like, well, it's, oh, that's in Flagstaff in my RV that I had to put in storage so I could come out here and fix this fucking van. Not on me. They're like, well, no report then. Haha. It's still under the name, somehow, of the people who sold it to me. It was a tow company. It was the cheapest car I could get. That seemed to run. And it broke down on the way out of the place. They're like, don't worry. We'll give you a new battery. We'll give you a jump. They knew it was going to break down. So, I was like, okay, there goes my money I was going to use to fix the van. Someone stole it. And when I knocked on doors, this is all my family and like people working for my father. That's it. You know what they said? Oh, no, we don't know what happened. They all lied to my face. Every single one of them. They didn't tell me. They're like, no, we don't know. A car, it just moved itself off the nobody knows. Someone stole my fucking car and nobody fucking knows what happened. So for me, I saw that I had no allies there. That was very sad for me. Someone stole my car when I needed to sell it to be able to fix my other car, or this would happen. So I start working. I've got my TDI. I start door dashing. I make enough money to get all the parts, to get the book. I have to wait to get the book sent. I get the parts. I go get a battery, blah, blah, blah. I got to do a return. The person not helping me, blah, blah, all this stuff. I finally get all that done. We get another notice. They're like, okay, we told you. You're already supposed to be gone. So now we're going to start threatening with like fines and shit. My cousin's like, oh gosh, they're gonna find. I've been living in my van the whole time, like in my car. I sit in my car during the day, and then I go sleep in my van at night. I don't fuck with nobody. I don't mess with nobody. I get some fucking coffee, and I'm fine. I leave people alone. I eat a bagel, and that's my fucking meal. I put tomatoes and hummus on it, but like, you know what I mean. That's how I've been living for months, for like a year, basically. We're at the end of this game. I'm about to go back to my van and someone's going to fuck with me. I don't know who's been orchestrating this shit. But ironically, just as we're coming up to the end game here, the guy who was literally racist at me and attacked me and resulted in my sacred things being fucking trashed and stolen. He sends me a friend request on Facebook. And I look at that guy, I'm like, is this that same motherfucker? And I asked him, are you the guy who was racist at me at the Legion? He's like, yes. I just wanted to get to know ourselves better. I'm like, motherfucker, you want me to trust you? All right, let's see what you got. So I told him everything. Okay, this is what's up. This is how I feel. This is what I really think. This is what happened for me. He's like, what are you doing? I'm fucking homeless in a car, dude. It's cold. I'm freezing my ass off. Surviving, trusting no one because of people like you. Attacking me randomly when I'm just helping fucking people. I was supporting my friend's band. I can't do anything without people trying to insidiously like entrap me now. So I got so fucking cagey. I'm like, fuck everybody. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to fuck with people. I don't want to know you. I don't want to touch you. I don't want to be near you. Just leave me the fuck alone and let me survive and get to somewhere warm. Because I've been freezing for a year. Homeless. Sitting in my fucking car in the driver's seat all day. And people are like, oh, that sounds weird. Yeah, it's weird. Try it sometime. So, I'm almost done. So I figured this is the big finale. And either they're going to bust out and be like, you're on candid camera. Lucy Lou's your new girlfriend. Or they're going to be like, psych, you've been fucked around with this whole time. And now we're going to fucking pop you dead because this is all set up. We're punishing you for something that you didn't know about. So like, haha, fuck you. We'll see which one it is. Because I'm about to go find out right now. And if it's not right now, it's going to be tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. Finally, my starter gets in. They sent me the wrong starter. So I had to send another fucking starter back, buy a new starter, borrow money from my mom to get a starter, to get my work car so I can even have money. I'm living off of like what people throw away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at the ground like, is there food? Oh, there's a tree with some little berries on it. I hope those aren't poisonous. I'm going to eat those. Literally. To get sustenance. And I haven't told anybody really about it. I'm just trying to go through it and get the fuck out. I don't want to make it into a thing. You know, life's hard. I'm surviving. Hey, could be worse. It's pretty demoralizing, but I don't even want to think about what's been going on until I'm safe again in a warm place. And it's been that long since I've been able to be safe in a warm place. I've had people, the stories I could tell you. Actually, I recorded them. You could check my channel.